still to this day are refusing to give Caitlin Clark necessarily the credit that she deserves for what she's done herself. They are continuing to give credit to other people, other things, and making it giving every other reason for why Caitlin Clark filled out the arena other than people wanted to watch her play. They made sure as hell that they will give every other reason imaginable.
How is it that the NBA and LPGA celebrate Caitlin Clark's rising stardom, yet the WNBA, the league she elevates with her brilliance, barely recognizes her impact? The irony is striking, and the truth behind this puzzling disconnect will leave you questioning everything. Let's explore the reality behind this imbalance. NBA players and fans are buzzing about Caitlin Clark every time she steps into an arena. Surprisingly, she's earning more respect from NBA audiences than from WNBA fans. How did this happen? And what does it reveal about her impact?
Yeah, she's displaying some skill right now that's and she moving fast. It look like she don't look like, it look like everybody on that court is way slower than her when she get into her stuff. Did you see all the highlights of the whole game?
Yeah, so she pulled 1 3, a leaning 3. And you can just tell, everyone on the court's not expecting her to shoot yet. We're trying to settle on our defense pool. Hey.
And she coming through the lane, crossing over
crazy
between the legs,
handle,
pulling
crazy
up,
footwork.
Shooting, getting to the cup.
Caitlin Clark has become a basketball sensation, captivating fans with her scoring, dazzling assists, and magnetic personality. Her star power transcends gender, proving her appeal in arenas traditionally dominated by men's sports, and solidifying her status as a generational talent.
It's hilarious to see the commissioners of other leagues bend over backwards to compliment Caitlin Clark. I mean, I know it comes in contrast to the WNBA. When the commissioner of the WNBA was asked about Clark, she's like, well, and then the other rookies, Angel Reese and Cameron Brink and Aaliyah Edwards, and all the other rookies. And she was also asked, well, she also said, Caitlin could get hurt. It's just odd. The compensation or complex that took place in the WNBA, and that's not a diss to any of those other rookies. They all
shoots to your people compared to the way you two shoot. Do you see anything?
I saw somebody break down the release time, which is pretty much identical to mine, and then her just confidence. You can't help but watch when she plays, where she's shooting from, the range, the confidence, the flair. She's a performer. It's crazy though, just because her shot it's like that. It's at that level. But if you really watch, her floor game is as impressive.
Surprisingly, Caitlin Clark's loudest praise comes not from the WNBA, but from leagues like the NBA and LPGA, which celebrate her talent and elevate her as a symbol of sports excellence, showcasing her influence beyond her own professional league.
Shoots to your people compared to the way you two shoot. Do you see anything?
I saw somebody break down the release time, which is pretty much identical to mine, and then her just confidence. You can't help but watch when she plays, where she's shooting from, the range, the confidence, the flair. She's a performer. It's crazy though, just because her shot it's like that. It's at that level. But if you really watch, her floor game is as impressive.
This paradox highlights a deeper question. Why is Caitlin Clark gaining more recognition from leagues she doesn't compete in than from her own? NBA Commissioner Adam Silver sharing a photo with Clark wasn't just admiration, it was a powerful endorsement. His acknowledgement elevated her status as a symbol not only for women's basketball, but for basketball as a whole, showcasing her unparalleled impact across the sport.
Here with you today, Adam Silver was courtside talking to one Caitlin Clark, and I guess when you're named Silver, you go looking for gold. Am I right? Am I right? Get it? When you're named Silver, you go looking for gold? Forget it. Caitlin Clark, as many of you guys are aware, rumors, rumblings, little whispers and sounds are starting to come out that Caitlin Clark is being targeted to take part of the 3-point shooting contest this year in the NBA All-Star Weekend.
The Post, shared widely across NBA platforms, hailed Caitlin Clark as a generational talent, resonating with millions of fans. Yet it highlighted an unsettling reality. The NBA seemingly values and promotes Clark more than the WNBA, the very league meant to be her ultimate stage.
More people want to watch. Don't get it twisted. Don't get up. Caitlin Clark is the reason why a lot of great things is going to happen for the WNBA. But I'm rooting for Caitlin because I've been in that seat before. I've walked that road before.
But where is the WNBA in all of this? While the NBA consistently showcases Caitlin Clark as a global superstar, the WNBA seems hesitant to fully embrace her as the transformative figure she is. The contrast is striking. The NBA, home to legends like Michael Jordan and Stephen Curry, recognizes Clark as a bridge to new audiences, leveraging her viral appeal across platforms. Meanwhile, the WNBA, which has the most to gain from her meteoric rise, appears to lag behind. By not positioning her as the league's definitive future star, they risk squandering an unparalleled opportunity to redefine women's basketball.
Caitlin Clark, to some degree, is saving the WNBA. It is an incredibly harsh truth. This league was in some trouble. They were making money. They were downsizing arenas. Nobody's watching the final. And it has been totally subsidized. This is the Caitlin Clark effect.
It's striking that the NBA has long recognized Caitlin Clark's immense talent and star power, while the WNBA, the league that should be leading the charge, has been slow to fully embrace her. From NBA superstars like LeBron James and Kevin Durant praising her sharpshooting to viral moments, highlighting her skills, Clark has already become a crossover sensation. This raises significant questions about the WNBA's priorities and its ability to capitalize on emerging talent in an increasingly competitive sports world. Why hasn't the WNBA stepped up to showcase Clark, the face of the future of women's basketball?
All accolades that are well-deserved. And I'm certainly not attacking Cheryl Swoops the person because I think she's a wonderful person. How do you talk about the Indiana Fever and mention a multitude of players and not one of them is Caitlin Clark, who, by the way, as a rookie is leading the league in assists? How do you do that? I told y'all that. I've argued with the great Andrea Carter, outstanding analyst for ESPN, right here on this podcast. I've argued with Janae Ogumake, who's an outstanding basketball analyst, and Monica McNutt, one of the preeminent voices of the New York Knicks, and what she's doing with her career. They know they got my support, all love. But I'm waiting for you to say I was right.
Here's the twist. Caitlin Clark isn't even in the WNBA yet, but her potential to transform the game and draw massive fan support should be a top priority. Instead, her future league remains largely silent, missing the opportunity to leverage her viral moments and expand its reach. The WNBA seems hesitant, unsure of how to capitalize on Clark's star power.
It's hilarious to see the commissioners of other leagues bend over backwards to compliment Caitlin Clark. I mean, I know it comes in contrast to the WNBA. When the commissioner of the WNBA was asked about Clark, she's like, well, and then the other rookies, Angel Reese and Cameron Brink and Aaliyah Edwards, and all the other rookies. And she was also asked, like, well, you know, she also said, Caitlin could get hurt. You know, it's just odd. The compensation or complex that took place in the WNBA, and that's not a diss to any of those other rookies. They're all.
This situation raises unsettling questions. Why are players and leagues that don't directly benefit from Caitlin Clark's success championing her, while the WNBA hesitates? Is the WNBA's marketing still struggling to keep up in a sports landscape dominated by individual superstars? Or could this be a case of a prophet not being recognized by her own people? One thing is clear. Caitlin Clark's rise is unstoppable, and it isn't waiting for the WNBA to catch up. The men's basketball world has already embraced her as a symbol of the sport's future. If the WNBA doesn't act quickly, it risks missing out on the chance to capitalize on her incredible talent and cultural appeal, allowing rival leagues to reap the rewards of a star they should be celebrating. This season, the WNBA's treatment of Clark has been startling. Despite her undeniable talent and influence, she's been met with a mix of criticism and neglect. Some players have publicly mocked her, downplaying her success, while the league has shifted focus to promoting other stars, like Asia Wilson, in an apparent effort to divert attention away from Clark.
Otherwise. But now you ain't saying, oh, she's playing really well. That ain't what you were saying then. Y'all know who I'm talking to. I ain't gonna call your name, but you know who you were. Caitlin Clark is the real deal. She can actually play at an elite level. Unanimous Rookie of the Year.
Asia Wilson's impressive accomplishments and MVP awards are undeniable. Yet the WNBA's persistent focus on her seems to be a calculated attempt to overshadow Caitlin Clark. By pushing Wilson as the league's face, the WNBA has missed the opportunity to embrace Clark, whose unique ability to captivate a broader audience extends far beyond traditional WNBA fans. Clark's viral highlights, charismatic presence, and game-changing performances have drawn comparisons to legends like Steph Curry and Larry Bird. She's a once-in-a-generation talent capable of transforming the sport, yet the WNBA has been slow to recognize her revolutionary potential.
I want y'all to tell me, what do y'all not like about Caitlin Clark? Is it the media coverage? Do you not like that she complains after foul calls like everybody else? What exactly is the reason why I see so much hate on social media and from WNBA players? All she's doing is bringing more attention to the game, and she's very skilled. Like, whenever I watch Iowa games, her teammates always got an open shot. Please explain to me, why do you...
For the first time in years, people are tuning into WNBA games, with some even comparing the league's excitement to that of the NBA. Yet, instead of capitalizing on this unprecedented momentum, the WNBA seems more focused on maintaining the status quo, hesitant to fully embrace the player who's put them back in the spotlight. The negative feedback from players hasn't helped either. Clark's peers have openly mocked her achievements, questioning her impact, whether driven by envy, insecurity, or resistance to change. This antagonism reflects a toxic culture within the league that could deter future stars from joining the WNBA.
She's overrated within itself is a terrible term to use, because for one, she's overrated to what standard? To whose standard is she overrated? Is it your standard? Are you just calling yourself a terrible predictor? Did you predict that she was going to come into the WNBA and be better than every single star that's in the league? Did you expect her to come in and be the greatest player of all time in her rookie season? Not even in her rookie season. Within the first 15 games, you expected her to be the greatest. That is just proof that you do not know how to predict. You didn't take the time to think this through. You assumed that she was going to be the GOAT within her first 15 games of play.
The WNBA's decision to sideline Caitlin Clark is more than just a missed marketing opportunity. It highlights a failure to anticipate the future of the sport. Fans aren't just interested in stats and victories. They crave stories, stars, and unforgettable moments. Caitlin Clark embodies all of this and more. She has the potential to elevate the WNBA to new heights, yet the league continues to keep her in the shadows. If this path continues, the WNBA risks alienating not only Clark, but an entire generation of fans who are drawn to the game because of her. It's time for the league to recognize Caitlin Clark for who she truly is, the biggest star women's basketball has seen in decades, and the key to the league's future success. Speaking of star power, what if I told you that even the world of golf, a sport far removed from basketball, has recognized Clark's immense appeal? That's right. The LPGA didn't just acknowledge her. They paired her with Nelly Korda, one of the world's top female golfers. This partnership wasn't just about recognition. It was about understanding Clark's transcendent celebrity, someone capable of drawing huge crowds and elevating any event she's part of.
And now, as an amateur golfer, Caitlin Clark is changing the way that people think about women golfers, and actually getting people to pay more attention to the sport. This week, Caitlin Clark is participating in the Pro-Am portion of the Annika. This week, this is an LPGA event hosted by Annika Sorenstam. Caitlin has brought the hype with her. She has the Indiana Fever social team there with her to document every single thing, constantly making sure that everybody knows that Caitlin Clark is with the Fever.
Caitlin Clark's Pro-Am partnership with Nelly Korda was nothing short of electric. Fans didn't just come for the golf. They came to see Clark in action. Her involvement turned a typical LPGA event into a crossover sensation, drawing basketball fans and casual sports enthusiasts alike. Social media was buzzing with photos and videos of Clark teeing off with Korda, with commenters amazed by how she commanded attention in an entirely new sport. Thousands of fans, some wearing Clark's college jersey and holding placards, showed up to not only support her, but celebrate her as a cultural icon. The LPGA's strategy was simple yet effective. Make Clark the star, and the fans will follow. And they did. The event saw a boost in attendance and media coverage, with Clark's star power elevating the LPGA in ways that even its top athletes couldn't. This decision demonstrated a level of foresight the WNBA has lacked. While the LPGA recognized Clark's value, the WNBA failed to do the same, leaving fans questioning why a golf league understood her worth more than her own sport. The LPGA's support of Caitlin Clark highlights a fundamental truth. Fans are drawn to athletes who transcend their sport. Clark represents possibility, excitement, and a new era in women's athletics. The LPGA recognized this and acted on it, while the WNBA remains stuck in old ways, unable or unwilling to harness the enthusiasm Clark has generated. This isn't just about golf versus basketball, it's about vision. The LPGA has shown what's possible when a league uses star power to create moments that resonate with fans.
I'll say hi, I need to introduce myself. I play out here on tour. I'm Maria. Thank you for being out here. It's very cool what you're doing for sports, kicking ass on and off the field. But now,
and here's the Caitlin Clark effect, Morgan, with Maria Fossey and other players out here following her.
That's good. A lot of fun. Made it easy. Annika, could I steal you for a second? I don't think I'll have like bigger. I can't say bad stuff on TV, but badasses.
By failing to do the same, the WNBA risks losing the fans Clark has brought to the table. It's a sharp reminder that the best possibilities don't always come from inside. They come from people who recognize the worth you've neglected. Caitlin Clark's WNBA experience has been nothing short of bittersweet. On the one hand, she has single-handedly transformed the narrative of women's basketball, generating unprecedented excitement and attracting fans like never before. She is likely the most mistreated player in the league, which contrasts sharply with the value she has added to the WNBA this season. Clark's influence in the league is evident.
All this time trying to get respect for your league, and then you do bitch stuff. The only B's out there I see are the B's that are being dramatic about Caitlin Clark. That's all I see. They try so long to get respect for women's basketball, and then they treat it like a junior high school girl's locker room.
As the WNBA looks toward the 2025 season, they have a critical opportunity and challenge on their hands. Caitlin Clark has previously demonstrated that she can attract admirers, increase viewing, and generate revenue. However, if the league wants to maintain and expand this momentum, they must treat her better. That includes developing marketing campaigns around her, promoting her as the league's face, and creating a workplace in which she feels valued and respected. The 2025 season could be pivotal for the WNBA. With Clark leading the way, the league has an opportunity to capitalize on her star power and propel women's basketball to new heights. But this is one question on everyone's lips. Will they wake up before it's too late, or will other leagues continue to benefit from Caitlin Clark's influence as the WNBA falls behind? Only time will tell, but one thing is certain. Clark's star is only going to shine brighter. If you enjoyed, leave a like and subscribe. More videos are on screen now.